Leading into number 5, are you an alcoholic?
Oh no, not even.
No.
Never been, not even close.
I've had times.
So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C, Certified Brewhead.
And I am Scott Beer Cole, beer enthusiast.
And welcome to a whole new segment. Don't even know how to introduce this. This is frequently asked beer questions. We were tagged in a video by Chauncey from AllThingsBeer510, so shout out
Big
Chauncey
ups,
for this
Chauncey.
one.
Respect.
Sorry for the delay on getting this out too. We're in different cities.
Yeah.
We had to wait till we linked up proper. Chauncey tagged us. It was actually started by this blogger, Tasting Nitch from Paris.
Okay.
She started that off. And then it's kind of kept going. So we actually saw Johnny from Craft Beer Channel do it. I was like, damn, all right. We really have to get off our ass and do this.
Let's do this. You're in town, so you're in Toronto. Let's make it happen.
Let's get it up. So, first question. We have them all written down here.
We have 9 questions we're going to answer.
That's it. Number 1. How did you get into beer geekery, or why beer? Well, this is a pretty easy one for both of us here. In 2011, in January, I had some homies in Australia start something called 365 Days of Beer, where they were trying to drink 365 beers in a year. You could have more than one per day.
You had to document yourself drinking it. You had to review it and post it on Facebook or any social media outlet.
Social media to prove that you drank it. And when we started, I started January 20th, 2011. I'll never forget the date. And you were Valentine's Day.
I was Valentine's Day,
So
shortly
like 3 weeks
after.
later.
Well, there's a reason for that, because you started it, and I said that's going to be too expensive, and there's no way I can drink 365 beers in 365 days. And then I saw how much fun you were having, and I had to jump on board, so I quickly jumped on.
Yes, you did. And we were very
tried to play catch up, and I think caught up to you at some point.
Oh, yeah, no, you definitely did.
And then you kind of
I just kept going.
Yeah, and you're like, screw this, I'm going to blow you out of the water.
So we just kept doing it, and it was like we were drinking macro lagers a lot of the time.
A lot
like
of terrible beer, but some pretty good beer. That kind of.
We actually didn't believe that there were 365 different.
I had
beers.
doubters that saying there's no way you can. There's not even 365.
Did you think we could do it? I didn't.
I didn't know the scale of it, but I was a little bit skeptical, and then I did it twice in a row, and you're almost on. You're like you've done it 8 times over now.
Yeah, pushing 3K. So
yeah.
It's on the way. You know, there are a lot of beers in the world. So.
But that is, I guess, how both of us got into the beer geekery game, and we were living together at the time, so we're kind of we started sharing beers after. We
kept buying 2 of each.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing that? We just split them.
It got expensive.
Save the money.
But,
we were so stupid. We just didn't.
Because you just got to try. You don't have to drink the whole thing. So
that's it. And we didn't really have any mentors, people helping us through it. So that's how we got into it, and then that moved into the podcast.
So the next question is, what's my favorite beer, or what's your favorite beer?
You go first.
That is such a large question, and
like of all time, I guess it's probably what it means, right?
I guess, like if you have to choose one, what is your favorite beer? I have mine. Mine's changed recently since our Vermont trip. So we did a little Vermont tour. We did a few podcasts out there and tried some amazing world class beers from unbelievable breweries. So maybe you want to just
like OG. Goat of greatest beer of all time would probably be Heady Top from The Alchemist. Like, I don't know, I can't really.
And that has been mine from time. Since our trip, I got to taste some Hill Farmstead stuff, and I specifically fell in love with their Double Galaxy, and it was amazing to me and mind blasting. And that's my goat right now. So things change, but I mean, Heady Topper's always in the mix for me. I love that beer. Time and time again, I crack a Heady Topper and think this is. If not the best beer in the world, one of the best beers in the world, and I think it always will be. It is delicious.
Yeah.
Drink it fresh and drink it from the can.
Agreed. 100%.
Next.
Question 3.
If you could have one beer forever, what would it be? So
that's kind of similar to our lightning round question.
Yes.
Someone asked me that before. I don't know. I'd kind of say...
Would it be the greatest beer of all time? Would you have the greatest beer of all time?
Could you drink that one over and over? I don't want to steal your goat beer.
There's more of a drinkability to...
Much more of a drinkability, because it's so much smooth. When I first had it, I wasn't in love with it the way that you are, but now I've had so many hazy IPAs, I can see the value of that beer, and that you could drink that one forever. I can't think of anything more than Heady, or maybe that off the top right. Like, you asked that question, that's what I think of. I don't know. Okay. You could even something like Jutsu from Bellwoods or something.
I was just about to say something like that.
Crushable, 5% region.
Smooth,
hazy,
sweet, hazy, juicy. I could drink that all day.
It's not offensive at all in any way.
Not super bitter.
No.
Just a well-rounded juicy IPA.
That's it.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the.
I agree. I
Do
like
you have
that.
one? What's yours? Oh, that was what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of just collabing on your answer there. I don't. Yeah, I don't have a specific. So
okay, question 4.
next question. Question 4. How can you drink so much? How do you stay healthy?
Moderation, my friends.
Moderation is key.
Yep. I don't know. I've never been fat ever. Luckily, touch wood. I've always like.
It ain't even about. It's about just being healthy. It's moderation.
I think it appears we drink way more
Probably.
than we do.
But I have to scale back on my regular day-to-day. Like, I try not to drink all week.
Right.
Leave it for podcasts and weekends and
We do
stuff.
that too now.
It's just kind of the way it works because there's so much... I don't want to say, like, mandatory drinking, but there's, like, a lot of things that I have to drink this beer. So I'm not going to drink these days because I know I have these beers to drink after.
Yes.
Drink lots of water.
Yep. Exercise,
eat well.
Try and go to the gym as many times a week, 5 to 7 times a week. I have one in my building, so it's pretty easy.
I go 13 times a week personally.
I'm pushing 17. I'm trying to get 17.
It's my hustle.
So that's all I do. But yeah, take it. Don't be ridiculous with it. It looks like we drink a lot, but it's really
and water's good too. Space them out.
Exactly.
Drink lots of water. Be healthy. Health is important to me. I don't know about you. You seem to take it pretty seriously too.
Man, and
so.
cut down on carbs and stuff. Like
yeah,
we don't eat carbs. Try not to eat carbs.
These are my carbs
sugar.
for the day.
That's it. Carbs and sugar we cut down on. Is this 5?
Leading into number 5, are you an alcoholic?
Oh no, not even.
No.
Never been, not even close.
I've had times. I used to bartend and it was pretty hectic where you're just...
that was when
I'm
you
in my
my
early 20s.
Oh, then too as well, eh?
I had no obligations to anyone or anything and I just kind of pushed the limits a little bit and there were times where I was drinking every day. I got out of that. I've definitely outgrown that phase and based on the other question, yes, I do take health pretty seriously, so I don't drink nearly as much as I used to. I really love craft beer and enjoy it, so I don't have to have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Just appreciate it and have a couple of them and chill
That's
on
it.
and that's what it is to me. So no, I'm not an alcoholic.
I think sometimes it appears when we came back from Vermont, we had these IPAs, like a ton of IPAs that are hazy and you have to, they're milk. You got to drink them in a week or two. So all of a sudden you're going to see a crazy amount of beer review posts and photos and stuff. And we're going to look at these guys. All they do is drink. I'm like, nah, bro. We just
and then we'll stock them up. So it may look like we're drinking every day, but we drank that beer a couple months ago. We just posting the
BAOS,
video now.
Instagram? Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, it's not that kind of party.
Okay, so what's your favorite ingredient or ingredients?
In beer in general.
As we know, it's...
like an adjunct, yeah?
I guess there's water, there's yeast, there's malted barley, there's hops.
Hops are awesome.
Hops are pretty... I feel like that's the easy answer.
Okay, so what's your favorite adjunct? I think that's probably more like... If you had a favorite... Like, say, if you saw... Like, I love raspberry beers. Like, I like fruited beers. Today at Bellwoods, we had a passion fruit sour. And it wasn't even ready. And it was next level. We had the blackberry milkshake. Sorry, I know...
No, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Like, so fruit in beers, so...
I like that. That's an ingredient. I like fruit in beer.
There's fruit in beer.
I enjoy fruit in beer.
Name a fruit, love it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Passion fruit.
Pink
guava. Mango. Blackberry.
All of them.
Plum.
Keep mentioning.
Apricot.
Oh, peach.
Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah, they're all good.
Do you brew?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
You've seen the vlogs.
That is, for me, apart from the 365 days of beer, that is the thing that has got me kind of most excited about beer and craft beer, is actually making it myself. So we got into brewing shortly after we got into the 365
days. 2011.
We went out, we bought a starter kit. We brewed California Pale Ale from a kit in our basement, extract kit. And
it was messy, and we
didn't know what we were doing, and like we broke our thermometer, and you had to run out to Walmart in the middle of the night.
Like, literally run.
Took us like so long to brew it. We finally got it in bottles. We had no idea what to expect, and we cracked that first Cali Buzz, which was our California Pale Ale.
Yep.
And it tasted good, and we were like, "How the hell did we pull this off?"
It wasn't carbonated enough, but that was the early downfall.
But it was actually pretty good.
I wish we still had some. It tastes pretty bad.
It would taste disgusting now, but. Yes, we brew. We've brewed a dozen or two beers together. I brew a little more.
You do, yeah.
I have the equipment. I brew a few times. I've brewed a few times by myself, but generally I wait for C to come through because
if we can, it's fun. It's more fun that way, right?
It's way more fun to do it with other people. It's a lot of work, but it's a labor of love. And yes, we brew. We love brewing. It's fun.
It's lit.
What was your first beer?
My dad used to drink, like, someone told us the other day, and our dad used to drink, like, Fosters in Australia back in the day, but no one drinks Fosters now. It was, like, in the 80s. Like, that was it. So it could have been. I would assume he let me sip one. Like I think I remember Mum giving me like a puff of a cigarette when I was like 6, because I wouldn't leave her alone. So I was like, oh, that's disgusting.
You were a G when you were 6.
Yeah.
Just drinking beer, hacking darts.
Been a thug, bro.
Been a thug from time.
From time, G. So I think it was probably a Foster's, but Dad used to drink this other beer called Carlton Cold.
Okay.
So CUB, Carlton United Breweries, is like the AB InBev of Australia, and they make all the trash macro beers that everybody loves. And people get mad at me for calling them trash, but they're trash. Let's be real. So he used to drink that one all the time, and I made myself vomit on multiple occasions off that beer as a 15-year-old.
I think my first beer, it was one of 2 beers. I believe it was... What's that? Yeah.
Moosehead?
No.
Canadian.
Close.
Bud.
Nope.
Coors.
Nope.
Canadian.
The other one in that circle of crappy macro lagers. Nope. May have been an export, but I'm pretty sure it was a Labatt Blue. Or as they call it in America, a Labatt. So that's what my father used to drink back in the day.
Really?
So he'd be down. He'd be down.
Bad beers in the 80s
because there weren't options. He said, back in my day, there were 8 beers, and you had to choose this one, that one, and the other one. The fancy beer was Heineken. Okay, fine. So my dad would say, I was like 6 or 8 years old, same as you. And my dad would say, you know, we watching the hockey game, super Canadian, and Scott, go grab me a beer. So I'd go up, grab a beer, crack it, and then I'd be like, as I'm walking down the stairs back to the basement, I'd be like, no. And I'd give it to him. He's like, where's the rest of the beer? And I'd be like, he's like, I let you have a sip. You didn't have a sip. You drank half a beer. So that was my favorite. And I loved it. I was 8, and I'm like, so I'd go to school after and be like, so my favorite beer is Labatt Blue, but I kind of like Red Dog. And I'm like, if my teachers heard me, they would have lost it. I had a beer preference when I was like in grade 4.
Did he ever give you like a shandy, or was it like...
No, it was just like you could have it. He called it a zip. You can have a zip of my beer. Just have a zip. And my zip was like a necket. Like,
nothing has changed ever since.
Not really, no.
We were watching, Tiff and I were watching something recently, and there was like someone drinking beer. Like, it was really funny. It was like 2 people drinking beer, while someone's sipping it like I do, and someone's like knocking it back. I forgot what it was, but we just...
I do everything at an aggressive pace. Like, I eat fast. Yeah. But like, to me, it tastes better. Like, I just open the gullet and like pour it in.
Like, respect. I can't do that, and I think it's like a cool...
Just the way
cool
I do.
Thing. I ain't mad. First beer, number 9, the last question is, who do I look up to in the beer community or the beer world in general? I feel like my personal thing is I really look up to the entrepreneurs, because that's my thing. I think the entrepreneurs are the people who had the balls,
the hustlers,
who put the money on the line, who put like everything on the line to start a business from a love for beer. Yeah. I think that is the coolest thing in the world. Like, sometimes it's the brewers who do that. And we've met a lot of people who are the brewers and who happen to be very capable businessmen or women. Other times there's like brewers who are just like, dude, I just brew, and then I've got a guy who does that, which we don't usually get to meet that person. We usually meet the
that's
brewer.
Cool too. They're the hustlers that made it happen.
Yeah,
and
I just really think that entrepreneurialism is a very admirable trait for me personally. That's what I like, and that's what I admire in people. However, that takes form. So I think if you have, beer isn't. No one gets into beer for the money, right? No. There's no money in this damn industry. Really. Whether you're contract brewing, whether you're dropping $2 million on a brewery,
you can get by, but it's not really a lucrative business in the sense if you want to become rich, don't get into it.
Not at all. So if you want to say someone specifically, like I would say shout out to Shahan Silva from Lost Craft. Yeah. He's like, we've had him on the podcast a couple of times. He's become a
young guy, our age.
He's been texting me, my phone's buzzing right now in my pocket. Yeah, he's our age, exactly, young dude.
He's a hustler, and, he goes hard.
He quit his full-time job, he went to Germany and studied it and realized he wanted to make approachable beers, put all of his money, like solely, he doesn't have investors, just him, put the money up. And, he's making some crazy moves. Last night at the Ontario Beer Awards, he just won the Best in Show for Revival, his Kolsch, and also the Best Lager Ale in Ontario as well.
Huge. Big ups, Shahan.
So, congrats Shahan. And, to him, to me, he is, like, a real great, like, he's not a brewer. He's, like, an entrepreneur side. Yeah. But he made it happen from a love for beer. And it's very particular. Like, him and I have completely different palates. So, you and I don't always agree. Like, we love beers that he hates.
Yes.
And vice versa. But... the fact that he's been able to create this crazy brand to really like bring craft beer to an audience who might just drink Coors or Bud or whatever right now, like that's what his MO is, to kind of convert those guys. They're not really aimed at beer nerds like us. I respect the hustle.
Yeah. I would just say it kind of involved in your answer. I would say for me it's the brewers. It's the people who are creating styles, creating beers that we love so much and are lining up for and will pay whatever price tag on it. It's the innovators, the guys who are so anal and technical that makes the beer that we drink so good.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of admiration for that because I know it's not easy to brew a good beer, and they're doing it on a large scale with consistency and making stuff that we're just getting ridiculous about why we started a whole podcast in the first place.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're the chefs of the beer world, and they make these amazing products that we love to consume. So to me, I give mad props to the brewers out there, the hard workers, and they're often the people who, the entrepreneurs, as you said, so it kind of goes hand in hand with that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's our frequently asked beer questions, guys.
That's it. Those are our answers. We're sticking to it.
That's it. I'm glad we waited to do it together. I think it's a lot
Yeah.
more fun. I think we were going to do it separately and then
So
edit
much
them
of a
together.
headache. Yeah, no,
This is much more fun.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed the video, chuck us a thumbs up. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media, BAOS Podcast everywhere. And of course, if you want to hear us talk for 2 hours with incredible people, subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, not iTunes. Apple Podcasts, same thing.
And are we
different
calling
name.
out 5 people? Or we're doing that in,
Oh, we need to call out 5 people.
I'm saying?
So I
Okay.
had a list of people. I think I was going to call out Hops and Bros,
Pops and Bros.
Craftbeericans, Dope and Dank, my boy Teo out in LA. It was... why am I having a blank?
That's 3.
Do you know what? There was 2 more.
We'll put them in the
I wrote a
description
list.
below.
Thank you. I didn't
Yeah.
even prepare that at all.
Sorry, yeah.
I wrote a list. We're going to put it in the thing. Doesn't matter. We're going to say it on video. We'll tag you on
Shout
Instagram and all
anyways.
that stuff. We'll shout you out. That's it, guys. Cheers.
Peace.